Episode 048.
Hi, my name is Arj Barker. I took a little community college, but I don't have any degrees. My highest degree is 12th grade, and I'm a stand-up comedian.
Welcome to Innovator Diaries, a show where influencers and leaders from all walks of life share their story and experiences. You learn the strategies and action points that have helped them find success and get to where they are today. You'll hear their stories and valuable advice to help you on your own path. These messages may also help somebody you know, so please share. Archie, thank you so much. I'm a complete fan of yours. I've been following you and seeing your comedy for years, so this is just fantastic that I'm able to talk to you today.
Oh, thanks, no problem.
So look, just to start, I just wanted to know, when did you realize that you saw the world in a unique way, like different to other people, and you were making people laugh?
Well, I never thought about it in those terms of seeing the world in a unique way. I did know that I liked making people laugh from a pretty early age, because I used to make my family laugh sometimes, and then later on my friends in school. Although it doesn't always make you popular if you're, I put it in air quotes, if you're funny in school. Kids think, it makes you sort of stand out and makes you weird to a lot of people. And so I had friends. I didn't have a lot of friends, but I luckily always had at least one good friend. And but I enjoyed getting laughs from a pretty early age. But I never thought of it like the reason why. I never thought, I see things differently than other people. In fact, I still don't necessarily think that.
Okay, but you were like, for example, thinking becoming a professional comedian, or you tried different things before starting professionally to...
Well, I fell into it pretty early, so I was just barely out of high school when I tried it. It was about a year after high school. And even though I did have other jobs in the early years, I was always doing stand-up. At no point did I pursue a different career than comedy. There was no time. Because I got out of high school, went to New Zealand backpacking, my buddy and I, for some snowboarding. And then when I came back, I worked at a ski resort. And then shortly after that, I tried stand-up for the first time, and I was immediately hooked on it. So from then, I was always pursuing stand-up, but I would have day jobs, so to speak, to support myself.
So when do you think it became like a profession as such? Did you have like a pivotal moment where you were struggling and then it started?
No, because I was just living fairly low rent. So I was sort of probably about 5 years in, 5 or 6 years in, I was able to not worry about a day job. But I wasn't making a lot of money, just enough to pay a few $100s a month rent and stuff. But between 5 and 7 years, I definitely was just doing stand-up.
Okay. And Flight of the Conchords, you think also helped?
That was much later, but yeah, that was a fair bit later.
And how did you get involved in Flight of the Conchords?
Just by, being lucky enough to meet those guys at a comedy festival, and we became friends. And they watched my show and I watched their show, and we liked each other's work. And then when they later on had a television show, it's quite by luck, they thought about me. They thought, that he'd be good. And so, it was just a lot of luck, really.
Okay. And because there's one thing that is making your friends laugh and being funny, and then there's another thing of becoming a professional comedian. Do you think being a comedian is talent, like being good at drawing or being good at maths, or is a learned skill that you need to work every day to become better and better?
Well, both of the examples you made are very much learnable. You may have natural talent as an art, drawing, but you can also learn to draw. And I think stand-up is similar. There are people that are really naturally talented at it, and then there's people that probably aren't as talented, but because they can work really hard at it, they can figure out how to string a joke together, they can figure out how to tell an effective way.
Want to listen to the entire interview? Simply go to innovatordiaries.com/episode number. Or you can find this episode and hundreds of other great stories on Google Podcast, iTunes, Spotify, or whatever your favorite podcast player is. Please check me out on LinkedIn. Follow or connect with me, as I'm very proactive on that social network. And finally, subscribe to this YouTube channel. You'll get all the new stories as soon as they're released. See you next time.